I was having a conversation with a grip during lunch break, and he was talking about this game called Invincible that is like based off of a comic and a TV show, and he wanted my opinion on why it looks so good. He said specifically, it looks real. Why does it look so real? And I'm like, okay. I'm looking at the timeline. It looks like a cartoon, but let's see what he was talking about. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you have the heat waves. Cool. Oh. It doesn't look real, but what? I've not seen the show, by the way, but this is reminding me of, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Is it supposed to be choppy like this? I think it is. Okay, so let's back up. It's not photorealistic, but it is, the lighting is very well done. The response, how do you say this? It looks like video, the way video would capture the image, as far as technical capture. So what I mean is, so up here you have like the sun shooting down, right? And it's going to be hitting this thing. It's hitting this part, and it's hitting. Here's another example. It's hitting over here, and it's blasting away at these trees. These trees are unrealistically shaped, but they are realistically hit by light. But light is easy. Light is used all the time in games. What makes this unique so far, what I'm seeing, is how dark it is in this shadow. It's like it doesn't have infinite dynamic range like I've seen on some games where you can see everything in the shadows. These are actually dipping into straight up zero information. Not necessarily black, but zero information. Well, let's look at the scopes and see what they say, because that'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, it might be because, okay, here we go. So zero information for them is at 20 IRE, which is incredibly high, but I think it's that way. Normally it would be at like 5. 5 is where your blacks would be. And that's where it flattens and there's no information. Here it's lifted up because there is a bunch of smoke that's clouding up the blacks. But my point is, you don't see anything there, and that's cool. That's the way it is in real life. The camera does have a dynamic range. It has a range at which it's no longer effective. So here you can see the blacks are now coming down to, there it is, 5 IRE, and that's, what would that be? That's kind of like, I think that's his hair. That's the certain parts, that's the darkest parts of his hair. And then this part right here is at 5 IRE right there. So it's almost zero information, which is great. It also means it's highly contrasty, and you can clearly tell this shot is highly contrasty. It is, I can't tell you how they lit this, but I'll tell you that it looks really good. It's like, it might be, okay, so there's some baked in stuff. So do you see this line here? And this right here is baked in lighting. I can almost guarantee you that that is baked in lighting. But then this shadow under here is rendered. So that is part of the game engine. This shadow right here. This shadow is also part of the game engine. Very interesting. They have a great mix. Okay, so for instance, like this right here, this sculpting of the face, that's just baked in. And it's the same thing over here. However, it is still reacting to the light. It's as if it has its own parameters that can work with the light that hits it, and so it can still change light based on like what is hitting. It can still change its illumination based on what's hitting it, because you can see right here there's that line, but it's barely, here's the line right here. So there's a line right there, and then you have stuff up here and stuff down there. Same thing with here, up here and down there. These two are basically matching, whereas this one is darker than this one. So they are independently reacting, but they are baked in. What's actually hitting the face is just the light coming from there. It's just like one solid shape. And look at the glint in the eye. It's straight up like, that might be baked in, or it might be something that's like there's this oval light that's hitting him. Very cool. This is so artsy. It's really hard to break down what is. I mean, like, look at his freaking, look at the texture on him, man. Oh my gosh. But it is absolutely reacting with the light. So it's like this artistic world that is lit realistically. An artistic lit realistic. And I love realistic light. And the rest of this is just great art. I mean, look at that. That's so cool. Oh, that's right. This is a game. It's not a cartoon. For a moment there, I thought I was watching a cartoon. And I want to say they've done something here to make it look like the cartoon. From the outlines, and a lot of this is not lighting, but the outline, this black outline, they've done something to some type of brilliant coding work to make that work. So what makes this look so good? What makes this look real? Well, it's got realistic lighting in an artistic environment. And they have played with the levels on the people, but it doesn't seem like it's, no, it is definitely different. No, because he was dipping into black on his suit. So, like right here. Oh, isn't that cool? The background is moving. The background is moving on ones, and the character is moving on twos. So the character is every 2 frames, and the background is every 1 frame. So background is constantly refreshing, and the characters are on. They're like stop motion, not stop. Yeah, stop motion. Stop motion plays their characters every two frames. They move them every 2 frames. Typically, I'm sure that there's exceptions, but why do twice as much work when you can do half as much work? I think that's the philosophy. So is it like 12 frames a second? And you just double up those frames and then you make it 24. That's really cool. And it's always great to see the environment react the same way to light as the characters do. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I feel like I don't see this much in games. Like there. So freaking, this is what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, here's the shadow. But then there are elements that are absolutely zero information. That's just black. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I recently looked at the gameplay for the Dawn of Daywalker, the vampire game, and they did not do this. They showed detail in the dark areas, and I even commented on how I don't appreciate that as much. I want to see it. I want to see it hit a floor, just like a real camera sensor. This is doing fantastic. It's absolutely doing fantastic. This is so cool. It's like The Boys kind of meets Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I grew up in that era, except nobody's shooting like power beams. I wonder if this was inspired by Dragon Ball Z, because you can see these 3 white dudes in white outfits. It's like the Saiyans that have come to like destroy. This is great. Freaking great. Do you see how much information is in here? Not much. That's great. And that's the occlusion of the cloud. But it's also like they did a fantastic job of just killing information as if that's how the camera sensor would actually work. And even on the face where maybe an artist wouldn't want that to happen, they totally did it. And I wonder if this is also a part of the show. I wonder if they do this in the show, and so they're mirroring it in the game. This is absolutely gorgeous. I want to see more games like this. that is it. I hope you got something out of this. I'm a DP. I break down commercials and cinematography in both good commercials and in those that need improvement, with the purpose of educating and how to do better and how to better your craft. If you like that, if that sounds interesting to you, if you are a DP or a video maker yourself, you should consider subscribing and checking out some of my stuff. I'm always putting out new breakdowns and new videos. So stick around. I have been Stephen Lightstudy. Bye.